Hello, 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 hello. How are you doing? Hello, Ben, and hello, Renee. Good to see you. What are your plans for today? I think my biggest plans are I need to do some laundry and I need to do make bread actually. I have a meeting at 4, so I need to. So I'm sprinting basically until 4, I think. It's 12 now, or 5 past 12. So I am planning on doing not short sprints, but 45 minutes maybe. I'll have to just see how it goes and stuff like that. But I need to get some stuff done. And of course, in between that, I'm going to read, and I am thinking on focusing on book on slow living that I'm reading. It's called Slow Living, and written by Hannah Woods. So I think that's my plan, basically. So yeah. So then says, I need to read. My reading has not happened this week at all. Yeah, I've been having a really slow reading start of the year, but I did read a lot of books in December. But so far this year, I've read less books than I did in the whole of December. But it's fine. It's all fine. It's part of my goal of slowing down. Also, I'm doing the mindfulness and meditation teacher training. So that takes time as well. And then Sven says, might do some cyberpunk, play some cyberpunk later as well. That sounds fun. Sound is off. Yeah, it should be fine. According to mine, it's on, and then says, okay, yeah. So Ben says sound is okay for me. Then Renee says, yeah, my fault. Hello, precious. I'm refusing to say good morning because it's not morning anymore here. But I don't know if it's a morning where you are, maybe. Not reading yet. I have a migraine attack this morning. Oh no, I'm sorry. Hopefully I get better. Do you have you don't have attack meds, do you? If I remember correctly. No triptans. Yeah, I had a migraine attack on Friday. Hopefully it'll get better once the weather gets warmer. Ven says, so no, migraine suck. Yeah, Ven is also a migraine sufferer, so migraine sufferers unite. So they are horrible. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. So everybody hopes the migraine attack goes away. Precious. Uh, So, since I do have quite a lot of things to do, I'm thinking of just get started with those sprints. 45 minutes, the first one. There will not be any music, no sound, and there's no alarm when the countdown is done. After 45 minutes, there is no alarm. But I'll make sure to say hello. So there's that. Precious says the medication I have doesn't work anymore. Yeah, need to look and see if you can get some other type of meds. Need to start getting the shots for pain, but insurance is being ridiculous. I'm so glad I don't have to think about insurance. So when I get my migraine meds, it counts towards what we call the free card. Also, my migraine meds, since they're chronic, no, I don't have chronic migraines, but migraine disease is a chronic illness. And because of that, I get what it's called a blue prescription. And that basically means that it counts towards your free card. So for doctors, wizards, physiotherapy, like doctor's appointments, hospital visits, all these kind of things, if you have to pay anything for them, there are, of course, hospital things that you don't pay for. If you're like in an accident, you don't. So if you're in an accident, of course, you don't pay anything. I was in an accident once. I was caught by the ambulance took me to the hospital. I was in the hospital. I was checked, and then when I left, I didn't pay a penny. Uh, it's all free. It was all free, as it should be. Um, so there's that. And of course, but all the other things counts towards your free card. So you like pay up to a certain sum, but after that sum, it gets covered by the government by tax money. That's what we pay taxes for. So yeah, even though I met the criteria over 30 years with migrants, what can you do? Move to Norway. Ah, I don't think it's that easy to move to some more decent country if you're in the US, I guess. So Renee says stupid insurance rules. Yeah, I think it's like the insurance companies, they kind of try to um, not pay you anything. They just want to earn money. Anyway, let's go into the first sprint. What are you going to read? Are you reading anything exciting? What are you planning on doing? Um, yeah, I'll see you on the other end of the sprint.
And we are back. Oh. Okay, hopefully I managed to fix the thing. Yeah, it's always interesting when you do things and things don't work out as you thought they would. Um, so I hope things are okay now. Technical stuff. And I didn't need to stick it with a stick pen. Those who know, they know. Okay, so have a look at the chat. So I'm not going to go back on the chat because, yeah. Ven says, I thought I saw a look of confusion. Yeah. I was like, what is happening? There was something technical, but I think I fixed it fairly quickly, fortunately. Renee says, read a bit, but ended up in a Discord discussion on audiobooks. Oh, I hope it wasn't one of those ableist discussions. Fingers crossed. Sometimes I come across people who think audiobooks doesn't count as reading. I I really disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree. So yeah. And hello, Molly Dots. Good to see you. How are you doing today? So Renee says, we all agree audiobooks are great, but one person mentioned, she says, she listened to an audiobook. I say, I read it. Yeah, you read an audiobook. It doesn't really matter. I also say that you should read an audiobook. So beginning to think Luna means tech difficulties. Sticks. No, I'm fine now. I know what I did. It's fine. All good. Okay, so Renee says it's on Poprat. It's not ableist, just different ideas about it. That's okay. But we had more conversation than a heated debate or anything. Okay, yeah, that's fine then. Hello, Judith. How are you doing? Making my wheel to help me choose my next read after I've finished Assassin's Blade. Oh, that's courageous. I have so many books to read. It's not even fun, and I really need to get to the library books, which is also something. So Molly says audiobooks don't fully count for me because I always lose concentration, so I don't take it in the same way as reading with my eyes. Okay. Yeah, I really think it depends on if you are not able to see or something. If I sometimes do like tandem reading, so I do both read audiobooks and I read physical books or ebooks. And then, for example, if I have a bad migraine attack, I could like put on my headphones and listen to parts of the book. And then when I don't have the attack, I can go back and read with my eyes. So read with my eyes and I read with my ears. And Renee says hi to Judith. And then Renee says update. I managed to finish the audiobook I had to finish yesterday. Ooh, well done. Returned it to the library in time. Very good. And Ven says I'm just here typing rubbish apparently. Love phone autocorrect. But you deleted the message, Ven, so it's all good. It goes away. I don't even. I actually on my chat it says message retracted, so it means you deleted it. So I don't know what it was. Sometimes there's spelling mistakes, and that's fine. Molly Dot says I'm okay. I'm fighting off a migraine. Oh. Another migraine. So Precious was in here earlier. I don't know if Precious is still around, but they also was fighting a migraine attack. Molly Dot says I took a Triptan last night, so there's not much pain, but I don't feel great. Yeah, I can relate to that. Sally says audiobooks tend to go in one ear and out the other, although I do like listening to them when I'm doing boring tasks. Yeah, some people think it's a very helpful way to get things done, like listening to audiobooks. Actually, right now, one of the books I'm currently reading is an audiobook, and I don't have it as an physical or ebook. It's a Swedish book. It's like a feel-good book, and I just needed something for like walking to work and stuff. I listen to podcasts, but I don't know. Also with like migraine attacks, it can be good. But it's not very often I do just the audiobooks. Sometimes, most of the time, I either do tandem or physical books. Depends on. Judith says my phone does that a lot as well. Yeah, I think everybody's phones do weird things. Molly Dot says I find it easier to read with my eyes even with a migraine. Oh, yeah, my migraine is like stuck behind the eyes, so it's normally not very nice. So there's that. Ven says I managed about 35 pages of 13. Oh, that's the indie book you're currently reading. I had more mistakes than correct. It had more mistakes than correct spelling. May as well have just hit random bottoms. Okay. Sometimes that happens. Melodit says, I want to try tandem reading, especially in languages and learning. That's actually a very good way to learn a language. I think when I was learning English, I did a lot of... Well, I had a teacher when I must have been like my 5th year learning English or something. I had a teacher who said, you should read books in English because that makes your comprehension and everything like better. Your English gets better. And so I actually tried to do that. And I remember one book that I was reading. It's called The Outsiders, written by S.E. Hinton. And this was in the 80s, I guess. And I remember reading it, but there was a lot of stuff I didn't understand, but then I read it over again, and the more times I read it, the more I understood, so I learned so much from reading the book. So it's a good thing. But if you do the tandem with the audiobooks, I think you will get the pronunciations as well, so that's good. You don't get that by just reading the words. Renee says, for some reason I just want to do audiobooks, like pick up a pocketbook. No, listen to an audio. Yes. Well, that's fair as well. So I guess sometimes all you want to do like is one thing and maybe the other. I don't know. Sometimes it's nice to just like uh, relax. Princess says, still here, resting head is pounding. Oh yeah, oh, poor thing. In the dark, trying to save the day. Yeah. Um, so I have an app called Insight Timer, and there's actually a migraine yoga nidra thing there, and it's kind of does a lot of breathing techniques and stuff like that, um, and it's when I may do it, it has some relief, not all, but it kind of eases it a little bit, and then it usually makes me sleep as well. So sometimes sleep is kind of all the things, all what I can do, but it's kind of hard to sleep as well because it's so painful. Yeah. Renee says, I know many people do audio and chores or audio and knitting, etc. I sometimes listen to an audio book and just lay on my sofa. That's super nice too. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Molly says, I like audio for non-fiction because I can pick up bits, but not so much for fiction as I want to get it all in the right order. It's nice for rereads though. That's fair. And then Renee says, focusing on the book. Yeah, just like lay there with maybe with your eyes closed, eyes closed, and yeah, just relaxing. Then says, depends on the book for me and the narrator, to be honest, or to be fair. Some books don't translate well into my eternal voice, classic literature especially. Oh, right. And Molly Dot says, I hope you get better soon, precious. Yeah, I think we all want you to get better soon. So Molly Dot says, I have I Insight Timer now. I only tried one session. I can see if I can remember to send you the link, Molly Dot, with that migraine thing that I use, the yoga nidra thing. Judith says, I listen to audiobook and read along most of the time, but I also do the laundry or do some cozy game while listening lately. Ooh, that sounds really nice to do, like some cozy gaming that you don't really have to focus on. Sounds super nice, actually. Ben says, I had not heard of Insight Timer. I will have to check it out. Yeah, it's a free app. So it has like a timer that you can use for meditation, but it also has like meditation and mindfulness sessions. It also has like events that you could attend, talks, poems sometimes. It's quite nice. Precious says, thanks so much, Molly Dot. Really appreciate you and your support. Yeah, Molly Dot is awesome. Molly Dot says, audiobooks are good for helping me sleep. That's also something you can do to, like, if you have a voice like talking to you. For some people, falling asleep, that really helps. I do also sometimes use Insight Timer for sleep meditations. So it goes like maybe a body scan or something. Super nice. Judith says, I can't listen to audiobooks while walking outside because I already get all the sounds and things around me, so I will miss part of the story, get overstimulated even more. The other thing is, I have these. They are noise cancelling, so I can hear what's in the. Oh, I shouldn't tap them because there's mic in the headphones. So they're really nice for when I'm outside. I after getting them quite a long time ago now, actually. I think I bought them maybe 2015 or something. So they're probably. I'm actually started to think about buying a pair of new ones, because they're. I think they might start. They have had some issues every now and then lately, but we'll see. Yeah. So. Uh, so I need them for like blocking out sounds, basically. Thanks regarding the yoga, migrant yoga link. Yeah, yoga nidra isn't really yoga. It's yoga nidra is also called yogic sleep. So it's a sort of meditation, but it's kind of deeper. Very hard to explain. But I'll send you the link. I just have to remember. If I don't remember, just quote me. If you remember. Precious says, I don't like audiobooks. Not sure why, but I can't focus. I have to tandem. Oh. I have to tandem read, and that works, but not for every book. I would like to read more audiobooks, but maybe because I am so used to physical books. That's of course everything isn't for everybody. I know a lot of people who read on the mobile screen. I can't read on the mobile screen on on a tablet like a book, a novel, because that really is not nice for my brain. And Precious says, I wish we can change narrator on some audiobooks on Libby, but I can't. Maybe I need to try audiobook. Yeah, no, an audiobook it's made with like a specific narrator most of the time. There's like classics and stuff with like different narrators, but that's because they're like classics. And Precious says, even with noise cancelling headphones, I still get distracted easily, but working on it. Yeah, but distraction can be so many things, right? It doesn't have to be doesn't have to be like sounds. It can be like other things as well. And hello, Olivia! Good to see you. How are you? How's the weather in Rome? Are you having cold weather, or do you have like nice spring weather? We had snow earlier this week. See my enthusiasm. Yeah. Someone that says Redder Yoga Nidra, interesting, yeah. And everybody says hi to Livia. And Livia says hello to everybody. So Molly Dot says, I prefer reading on a mobile screen than on a monitor. It's funny how these things vary. Yeah, I don't like reading. I can't read a novel on a monitor either. I can read it either on physical copy like paper or on e-reader with the e-ink, or I can read on audio. That's kind of what I can do. I have nothing against mobile screens or tablet screens, of course. If people can do that, that's great, but I just can't, because it gives my tired just gets too tired. My eyes. See, I can't speak. Olivia says, I'm good, I'm having lunch. Ooh, I actually only had breakfast today. That's a thought. I've forgotten to eat. That's also something I do sometimes. I just forget to eat. Who would have thought? Yeah. So Preciously says, yes, you're right. I have been reading in my mobile and it seems to make my eyes hurt more and I get more headaches. So I can relate, yeah. I know that for especially people that doesn't have any like headache illnesses, they have no problems, and yeah, they can't relate. Lydia says no spring here in Rome. Oh, hopefully you'll have spring soon. I have never been to Rome in spring. I've only been to Rome in summer. So I've been to Rome in August, I think. Yeah, I think both times I went to Rome was August. It was so nice, nice and warm. I like warm weather. As Sven says, I struggle on phone tablet. I can sometimes manage on my PC, but I can't read as long as on on that as I can on an e-reader or physical. Yeah. Livia says Kobo is so much kinder to my eyes than tablet. Yeah, agreed. I love my Kobo. Also, there's quite a few books that are more easily accessible on Kobo, and I connected to Libby as well, so there's that. Malidat says, Renee says, I haven't had lunch yet either. Gonna make next sprint. Yeah, I should eat something next sprint as well. I also need to do some other things, but that's another story. Malidat says, I've never been to Italy at all. Partly because there's too many places to choose from. Yeah, I've been to Rome twice, and I also been to Milan. I don't want to say Milan because it's Milano in Norwegian. Milano. Of the two, though, if I'm going to go back to either Milano or Milan or Rome, it's definitely Rome. I like Rome so much more than I do Milan. Such nice. I think Milan was for me, it was very much like a fashion city. Like lots of clothes and like expensive brand stuff. And I don't find that very interesting. There was like some really nice architecture, but Rome, it's such a pretty city. There's fountains everywhere. It's a reason it's called the City of the Fountains, to be honest with you. So yeah, Rome. I want to go back. So Van says, oh, food sounds like a great idea. Absolutely, it does. Livia says, I'm checking my library app for the new releases. That's also very nice. Renee says, true, so many places in Italy I want to see. Been to Sicily and the north of Italy, don't remember where. Want to go to Venice. Yeah, I want to go to Venice as well. Venezia. And Rome, yeah. Rome is really oh yeah, I loved Rome. If I were to pick some of my favorite cities, I would say Edinburgh, Dublin, Rome, and Prague. As for Norway, it's Oslo. It's like my favorite, and then second favorite is Tromsø. Stockholm is really nice. Gothenburg is really nice. There's a lot of nice places. I also love London. I've been to London a lot. It's like I almost forget about London because it almost feels like home. I never lived there, but I wish I had. So Livia says, true, I didn't see all the cities I want to see in Italy. Yeah, so many places to see and visit. So Vince is going to get food, caffeine, I will return. I think that's a hint of we should start another sprint. So I'm just going to read the next 3 comments in the chat, and then I'll go to the sprint. And Molidot says, I would love to see Venice and Florence too. Sounds like Milan wouldn't be exactly my cup of tea either, but I'm sure I'd find things to do. Oh, there's always things to do in a city. Renee says yes, Florence too. I think for me it is Oslo and Bergen in Norway. Yeah, I've been to Bergen a few times. It's overrated. It is overrated. We arrived like quite late once, and then there was like nowhere to find food. It was like nothing was open, which is very, it's like, this is a city, goddammit. So, yeah. With that, we're going into the next sprint and read, be productive, eat food, and of course, remember to hydrate, get some beverage going. See you on the other end.
Hello, hello, and welcome back. I was supposed to eat, but I forgot. And now my partner just came home and brought pastries. So this is like a vegan pastry with a cherry filling. It's super nice. Also have a glass of water, and I'm also getting some coffee, I think. Coffee, 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 coffee. Uh, so where are we? Where are we? Molly Dot says caffeine. I should have some caffeine. I usually avoid it, but it's helpful for migraines. Uh, I don't make any. For me, it doesn't make any difference, actually. I must admit. Olivia says Florence is beautiful too, and Sienna too. Oh, right. Never been. And Molly Dot says, Olivia, it's hard to make time to see your own area. Sometimes it is, absolutely, especially if it's big. And a whole country also. Molly Dot says, caffeine obtained. Thumbs up for that. Plus dried fruit to nibble on. I like dried fruit. And hello, Andy. How are you doing? How are you doing? Are you okay? Are you busy? What are you doing these? I almost said sunny Sunday, but then you're in Britain, and I don't know if it's sunny where you are. Britain can be quite grey and miserable. And hey, and hey, JK, how are you doing? What you working on? Yeah, I'm currently making bread. I'm doing laundry, and that's pretty much my main things. I also did a little bit on my meditation and my mindfulness teacher class. And the rest says, ooh, looks tasty. Yeah, it's really tasty. And Molly Dot says, pastry num. Yes. Renee had lunch and did read some. Very well. Very good. And Olivia says hi to JK and Andy. And Olivia says, I finished my lunch and started to read a Psalm of the Wild Built. Oh, that's a book that is on my TBR, as so many books are. I read A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, and I really, really like that. So I also need to like read the rest of that trilogy, I think it is. And Molly has gone back to bed. Probably a good plan if you're not feeling well. And Sally is very sunny here in Hawkwell. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. And how is Kilkenny, Molly Dot? Is it sunny today? Ireland almost always rains during the day, doesn't it? Most of the time. Lydia says, same, Luna. I have to finish that series. Yeah. I'm going to take a bite because I'm a bit hungry. Munch, crunch, crunch. Sorry, not sorry. Molly says, I love what I've read of Small Angry Planet, but I haven't continued for some reason. I don't know. Sometimes well, especially previously, I started books and then I just put them down and I thought I would continue with them later and then I kind of forgot. So maybe it's the same for you, Molly Dot. I just have forgotten. Renee says, it is silly weather here. Sunny, so I immediately think lovely weather. Oh, excuse me. Then I go outside and it's cold, but that's called winter. That's because it's still winter. So it looks sunny and nice, but of course it's cold because it's winter. It's just March. Molly Dot says it's kind of bright overcast, if that makes sense. Yes, it does make sense. It's like kind of a sharp light, right? Sally says, I'm feeling guilty that I'm not doing gardening, but you shouldn't feel guilty. It's just March. Plenty of time. Melinda says, the pastry sounds great. It is really nice. And I'm going to see, I'm not sure if you can see that it has like a cherry filling. Melinda says, yeah, I think it's the issue that I keep buying more books. That's the thing for all of us, I guess. Buying books and then you don't get through them. I saw like a reel today, was it? With like acquired books and then read books. It was like the acquired ones was like piling up really quickly, while the read ones was like slowly. So, yeah. Renee says, true, March weather, yes. And Melody says, yes, we can see it. It is super nice pastry. Mm. And even more. Ooh, coffee. I have coffee. Yum. It's nice coffee. It's a Tim Wendelbo for those interested in coffees. So Tim Wendelbo is scored 5th best coffee roaster of the world, I think. And I have like a subscription. Something I was supposed to do was to go in and look at my subscription and see if I can up it to 2 bags a month rather than just one. Because it is really nice coffee. So Melinda says that's it exactly. All right, yeah, that's. And I buy 10 more books, then I can start. Yeah, exactly. And then Renee says, ditto, Molly, ditto. Yeah. I keep thinking I should go on a book buying ban. Still haven't happened. I'm not very good with them. Or if I say I'm going to be on a book buying ban, I'll have to do it, right? So I keep putting it off. So now I'm going to Ireland. So, of course, I have to buy books while in Ireland because there's secondhand bookshops and stuff like that. Renee says, I counted in January. I have same amount of unread books this year as I did last year. And that's fine. Imagine if you ran out of books. No, that would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? It's better to have too many unread books than too few. That's my opinion anyway. And Renee says, buy lots and use library lots. Yeah, same. Livia says, the sales always get me. I'm waiting for some book mail. Yeah. There's this Mamet sale thing here now. I actually have been a good person and not bought anything, but then it's a bit iffy, I think. Kind of. Yeah. So Molly Dot says, I haven't even touched a book in a while. I've been reading mostly fanfic, and those tabs keep exploding too. There's a reason why I don't read fanfic. I know if I start doing it, it'll be my downfall. It'll be my downfall, I'm sure. Renee's is true, but if I go on a book buying ban, there is still little free libraries and book crossing. I'm in book crossing, so. Yeah, so true. So it's like Renee, that was a nightmare. Yep. Meloditis says, same amount of unread is amazing. Exactly, it is really good. The norm for me is the number to increase. Guilty as charged. I'm the same actually. Uh, Renee says, I only bought 2 books from that sale for my nieces. Oh, that's gift, so that doesn't count, does it? That really doesn't count. And Renee says, yes, true, at least the number is not higher than last year. I think that's super well done. Book crossing, yes, book crossing. It's a whole thing. Bookcrossing.com. There's a forum there, and there's people, and I've been active for like 20 years or something. I have like shelves with book crossing books. Um, so, and I think book crossing is partly how I know Molly does as well, like book crossing and Easter con combination and cons in the general. Renee has never heard about it. I'll have to. It's bookcrossing.com. I'll leave the link. Leave the link in the chat. Book crossing. Oh, why is caps lock on? That's very annoying. Book crossing. There we go. Molly Dot says, my book crossing profile is so out of date. Yeah, I haven't really done anything with my profile though. I mean, not much. The profile pictures updated. That's pretty much it. Molly Dot says, yeah, book crossing and counts, yes. And says, I'm not on book crossing. Yep. That is very true. So I've been thinking I'm actually only going to do one more sprint because I need to do other things today as well, as I explained at the beginning of the sprints. And I'm also very, very tired, and sprinting is quite tiring and draining. And since I went to work yesterday, I actually keep forgetting how exhausted, tired I get from working on a Saturday. And even though it's like a shorter day than a normal work day, it's more intense because you're like on a desk all day, and especially so it's usually very busy once we open. Like we open at 10, and there's a lot of people, and there's a lot of things to do and get ready, and then I'm not get ready, but like lots of things to do, like it's hard to explain, but there's like all these tasks you're going to do, and there's like emails you need to reply to and to the library, and phones and people coming, and there's a lot of things going on once you open. And then it's normally quiet for a couple of hours. There's always things to do. Uh, of course, there's always things to do, but it's like more quiet. It's less people. And then half past 12, around half past 12, it kind of explodes and loads of people. And then before closing, of course, it's super busy. As things are. And I don't even work up in the children's department, and up in the children's department is quite busy all day because there's something happening always. Molly just says, I haven't book crossed in ages. Oh, yeah. I was actually at a book crossing meetup with Oslo. Well, actually, it was just Sota 48 and Alicia Camden when I went to the last book crossing meetup, but it was in February, I think. And then I went to a book crossing meetup in October because I happened to be in Oslo. And yeah, it was It was nice to meet people. And I've also been to a couple of meetups in Gothenburg when I've been there. It's always nice to meet like book crossers, the Swedish and the Norwegian book crossers. It's always good to see them. Um, I have to put not in quotes so that people know it's not a typo of not. Oh yeah, but it's not. You're not. I've forgotten what your book crossing name is. It's Lunacia. Oh, hi, Raven. How are you doing? Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. We're about to go into the next sprint shortly, and it'll going to be the last sprint for today since I have a fairly busy day today. And I have a meeting at 4, and I need to be ready for that, of course. And Malida says, I'm in touch with Honotomo because we share another hobby. Yeah, I actually met up with the Dublin Book Crossers. When was that? Okay, it's probably going to be a while since now. I think it was when I was there in July 2022. Yeah, so it's 3 years. But I know how to get in touch with them. So, but I don't think um, I'm able to do it this time. I'm too busy this time because we're not really that much in Dublin for this trip to Ireland. For me personally, I have one whole day in Dublin, and the rest is like traveling or going to Kilkenny or something. But it's fine. I get to see the most important people, and that's the most important thing. And Maldit says, that's more recent than me. Yeah, they don't really meet up a lot, and I think they kind of just met up because I asked if they wanted to meet up. But I think it's easier if I do it like in the evening or something. So I'll like on a weekday because people are away on weekends. So it's tricky. Okay, right. So we're going to go into the next sprint, and it's 45 minutes as last time, and I will see you on the other end. See you. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back. How did that sprint go? What did you do? I, what did I do? I actually was supposed to go hang up my laundry and then I forgot. Mm. I was also going to like bake out the bread, but I there wasn't enough time for that. Mm. So that was that was what I did. Also, I actually did some reading. I also had some snacks and had some coffee and water. Just relaxed for a bit because I think I needed that, and it's fine. Mm. And Ven is back. Just packed the kids back to mum's. Good, good. Uh, Renee read a bit, switched books back and forth, and started a podcast episode. That sounds very productive. And Olivia is halfway through the book. Well done. And Ven has coffee again, also good. I also have coffee. It's not a lot left though. And Renee says Sølvberget did one on fantasy for kids. It's on YouTube. Oh, right. Yeah, they have a fairly good YouTube channel actually. I know. I don't really watch it because there's just so much time. Yes, so that was the last sprint. I have to hang up my laundry and bake the bread before my meeting. So that's what I'm going to do once I've ended. I am debating whether to do another sprint on Saturday. I don't know if I will or not, but I'll have to think about it. Also, I will be on Rita's channel later today for a chat. So it's at 19:00 Norwegian time, Central European time. It's 6 p.m. GMT, and can't remember the other times, but there are some other time thingies. I'm going to send you the link in the chat so that you can go have a look. And let's see. So I'll send you the link with Rita and I. So if you're interested in joining us, Olivia says thanks for the chat sprints. Thank you for joining, Olivia. So Renee says also looked up book crossing. The webpage looks fun. Might join. Yes. There's a forum there as well. So there's a Scandinavian forum as well as other forums. If you want to have a look, there's actually. We used to have like meetups in the Stavanger area when I was living in Sandnes, but after a while it was just another book crosser and I who met up. So we just like went, nah, we're not calling the meetups. We're just meeting up for coffee and chat because we're like friends anyway. So so yeah, I need to get going and get things done before the meeting. Evan says, hope everyone who is not 100% feels better soon. And yes, I'm signing that. I second that, Ven. I hope everybody feels better soon. And hopefully I will catch you in a bit. Yeah. So I have a meeting at 4, and yeah, I'll be on Rita's chat later on. If you go to the link and click the notification, you'll get a notification. You can also see what time it is where you are. So Precious says thanks, same to everyone, yes. And thank you everybody for stopping by. Much love. And Renee says it's been fun. Thanks for the French. I thought that, but yeah. So lots of love to everybody. I'm trying to make this hand heart. It's not going to be like sending out hearts like some people do, because I don't have the right software, and yeah, things like that. So with that, I hope to see you later, and talk to you. Bye.